Hey, welcome to the 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board and bank 50K in 50 days challenge with me, Iona Meade. So what I'm going to do in this challenge is walk you through how the challenge will flow. If you are watching on the replay, everything applies to you. We've got about 90 minutes or so together today. And what I will do is share with you how you can get each of the 7 days of this spiritual business vision board challenge and join the bank 50K in 50 days. So don't be scared about the bank 50K in 50 days part. We're going to do it vibrationally first. All right. So if you are not familiar with the whole challenge and the way that it's set up, I am streaming this on my YouTube channel. I actually am streaming, I believe, on Facebook as well. And I'm streaming this out in the Soul Legacy Academy because I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy. So I've streamed this out for my students. I streamed this out for you guys. And when you do comment, I will bring the comments up on the screen and I'm going to dive in. I'm going to share my mind map. Hopefully I'm not too dark and I can get the mind map going really well. Hey, love. Hey, Robin. How you doing? So Robin is on from Energy Healing TV. Did you change the whole banner and the name? So I am streaming out on YouTube, and I love YouTube. It's a YouTube challenge. So this challenge will be there for you within the playlist. All right. So let me share my screen with you, and Robin is on, and anyone who keeps coming in, and again, if you're coming in on the replay as well, just comment down below. Let me know where you are in the world as I just adjust my screen. So Robin says, I did update a few things yesterday. Okay, on your YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to the Energy Healing TV, then definitely subscribe. So let me just share my screen with you and share with you what is going to happen throughout today and also throughout the week. So, and why you want to attend and why you want to participate. So again, I am Iona Meade, and I want to share with you how to create that spiritual life and work balance. And so I have a Facebook group for you. I do have a private community as well. For those of you who are in this Facebook group, this is an image of the Facebook group before you guys hopped in. I will walk you through the Facebook group so that you can post your homework and you can also buddy up and in the chats and make the most out of our time together. Okay. So what I will do is share in the Facebook group. Let me make this a little bit bigger. The questions. Let me just check. I've got lots of windows open and I want to see how big that is for you. All right. Okay. So what I did ask in the Facebook group, I want to tailor this week to you. Let me know if this is big enough. I want to tailor this challenge to you and make sure that you get the most out of our time together. So I did ask a few questions in the Facebook group. And if you haven't answered them yet, if you have answered them, thank you, because it helps me. And if you haven't answered them, you can answer them down below, or you can answer them in the private community, because I know that sometimes it's a little bit weird being on the socials. It looks good. Robin says, thank you for the shout out. I have my notebook ready. Take notes. Yes. The Soul Legacy Journal looks good. Awesome. Thank you. And definitely take notes. So question one that I wanted to ask you is, how would manifesting spiritual life, work balance and banking 50K in 50 days make a difference to you? Just note it down in your journal, even if you don't type it in the comments. So that's one question. How would it make a difference to you? So you're here and you're present, whether you're live or you're on the replay. And what's been holding you back, from leaving a financial legacy for your loved ones? So are you in the position to leave your financial legacy? And how's 2024 been so far? Are you on track to it? Are you like manifesting like really well, or do you have things holding you back? If you have things holding you back, a vision board is an amazing tool. I know that some of you say you've never done a vision board. Some of you are pro at it. Some of you have done a vision board with me, but stuff comes up. Stuff comes up throughout the year. You set an intention. This is a live annual challenge, and it will be here on the replay for you to watch over and over and over again, or watch throughout the year. And what you'll notice is when you up level sometimes, creating a spiritual business vision board, a badass spiritual business vision board, just stepping into the badass version of you. And so sometimes you might feel like an imposter, or you might feel overwhelmed, or you might have a fear of failure, success, and selling. Let me know, or just write it down and just know, what would it mean to you? What would that do for you in your life and your loved ones? Because usually it's not just about doing something for us. We tend to do something for our family and our loved ones, but we want to include ourselves as well. So in order to get the most out of this spiritual business vision board challenge, I want to just say that the group is for ambitious spiritual business owners. If you are not ever intending to create a business, you don't want to serve and work for yourself and work online and provide your services, whether it's one-on-one or one-to-many, and create passive income streams, then the Badass Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge is not really going to make that much sense. I just don't want to waste your time. But if you do, then it's just going to be absolute gold. I'm going to share with you the process of not only creating a vision board, but actually the behind the scenes, managing that overwhelm and imposter syndrome and that fear, the low vibrational frequencies that might block what it is that you want to manifest on your vision board. All right, we're going to dive deep today. So you want to manifest success, right? And what success means to you, what success means for me is having that light work and that lifestyle balance. And I don't mean just juggling everything and going like this and spinning your wheels. What I mean is putting the things on your vision board and working towards them, and it being the journey, not the destination. All right. So what I want to know is, what has been your experience of the law of attraction? Have you ever created a vision board before, and did it work? So underneath the law of attraction, we know that there is the law of vibration, and that is where I'm going to be basing this teaching, as I call myself a low vibration teacher. Goes underneath, I won't say beyond the law of attraction, but underneath, like if it's not worked for you or if you're new to it. And some of the members in the group have said, do you know what, this manifested, I don't think it works. Like, I've tried it and I don't think it works. So let me know, have you ever created a vision board and did it work? That helps, right? And it helps other people who are here to know, oh yeah, Iona, they do work. I've done one. And I'll come to your comments in a second. And do leave your comments if you're watching on the live, and again, if you're watching on the replay. So the third question that I asked was, do you want to network with me, Iona Meade, beyond this vision board challenge? And so oftentimes when we have a vision and we awaken to our life purpose, we go through our dark night of the soul, and we know that we're made for more and we want to serve. We don't always have people that are like-minded around us. And I'm laughing because I noticed even more today the contrast of that, like me leaning into my purpose and people around me going, huh? What's that now? So if you want to network with fellow soul guided influencers who also have a big vision and a mission, I have a free 90-minute monthly media, I call it a Media Kit collab call. And I ask you to drop your name and email or sign up directly in the Global Networking Hub. So I want to make this a space where you can actually get together with like-minded people. I'm going to just check in a second. I'm going to try and move this up. And let you know that in the Facebook, it's not going to go full screen. In the Facebook group, I do have an event, and I do have some coaching beyond this. And just let me just switch my screen and share over. So if you are watching, wherever you are, let me know where you're watching from. And also, please do comment. I know that people get shy and it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But it'll make it much, much better if you do. So let me just share with you. Hang on. All right, perfect. So Robin says, it would bring me the level of freedom I desire, even when life decides to life. Life be lifing. And you know, a badass spiritual business vision board and bank 50 days is like, what? So today's contribution, we're going to go through 7 areas of your life, and I'll share with you what those 7 areas are in a second, so that we can have that life work balance. Robin says, I feel blessed to do a vision board challenge a few times and manifested things. I had no idea how I'd get them. A laptop, Jeep. Yes, a lot of things actually. Yeah, a lot of things that you have manifested and not really tried. They've just come into they've just popped into your world. I always say things just don't fall into your lap, and Robin's like a power manifester. So what I will say is, this is the vision board challenge. And again, for those of you who are in there, we've got events. And so if we go to the events page, you'll get all of the links and stuff. So today's day one, life purpose business vision board. And I go live at 7:30 p.m. UK time for this whole entire week annually. Tomorrow is about your health freedom. I don't know how big that is. Tomorrow is about a health freedom. So that balance is when you're contributing in the world, you're actually looking after your health. You're sleeping right, you're eating right, you're working out, you're doing all the things that you're going to put on your vision board, what represents your life purpose, what represents your health. And I talk about health freedom and what that means to you, your emotions, what makes you joyful. You're going to gather images to actually put on your vision board. And the fourth day, on day 4, we're going to talk about your environment. I love this one, your home, the world, travel. I want to travel while I teach, so I wanted to build a business that I could do online from anywhere. Relationships, you might have relationships that are amazing. You might want to attract more soul clients, build a following, a soul tribe. You might want to attract the love of your life. You might want to let go of relationships, whatever, family, friends, whatever relationships that you want to experience more of in 2025. That's what we're going to put on your vision board. All right, so get ready. You're going to gather images that represent the things for you, not for me, for you. All right, spiritual freedom, we're all like amazing at this one, right? We've got our crystals and our tarot cards and our pendulums and our whatever else, but I want to bring that spirituality, that badass into our vision board and have more ease, grace and flow throughout the year. So yes, we've got a week together, but I'm actually creating the energy with you for the next year throughout 2025. And so then we've got financial freedom, that vision board. And sometimes it's like, oh gosh, I've got money blocks. I can't, why are you even talking about the money, Iona? But when you are creating a business is solving a problem for your soul clients and you receive the money. That's energy. It's an energy exchange. And again, the low vibration, you'll know, oh, okay, tuning back into and remembering, it's just energy. That's all it is. It's just energy. And we have the masterclass, which is the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. I will share with you more on that. And then I have a free chapter group coaching VIP day. And then I have an invitation into my co-author book series. So an entire month, every single December is how I will end the year. All right. So does that make sense? I will check in with you. If you want to do the homework with me, I do have an online teaching portal. It's $7.77, and I have everything that I will be sharing with you in there in the online teaching portal. All right, so let me share my screen again, back to my mind map, and I will dive into day 1. If you have any questions whatsoever, then let me know, and I will come back. I'll pick up your comments in just a second. Robin, any comments? I know for those of you who are new to me, it's like, oh gosh, I can't comment, like I feel silly, I feel what have you, but please don't. All right, Robin says, oh yeah, you're good. All right, so let's dive in. So this mind map is something called MindMeister, and I've used it for like a decade, and it decided to update today, and it's a bit wonky, but hopefully this will make sense and you can see it. Okay, and again, ask any questions. I won't do that too big. Ask any questions and I will come back. So I can't see any comments right now. I'm in the teaching, in the flow of that, and then I will come back, okay? I promise I will come back. Take notes. All right, so what is a badass spiritual business vision board and Bank 50K in 50 days? So again, when I went through my awakening, I was like, okay, what can I use as my spiritual ascension tools to alchemize the journey going through the dark night of the soul? Have you been through a spiritual awakening and dark night of the soul? Many of the people who are attracted to me have been through an awakening or going through an awakening to their life purpose. And that's why I created this, because that's where I was. Now, what helped me to move through that and see the light at the end of the tunnel was my vision, and my vision for each area of my life. And I had an awakening through every single one of these 7 areas, right? Let me know if you've had an awakening through your health, through your purpose, through emotions, through grief, anxiety, through depression, through relationships, through divorce, through money blocks, through financial freedom, not financial freedom, through bankruptcy for me, through whatever it is like that you've gone through and you want to alchemize and you want to have a better year. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing it. What you'll do is you'll leave with this video montage. This is on your video, and you'll have a vision board for each area of your life, for the life purpose, for health, for emotions, for environment, for relationship, for spirituality and finances. And you might think, Iona, why would you do that? You might not have seen that. And I'll show you what a vision board is and other examples of vision boards. When we separate our life and we break it down and then we put it back together, what happens is, say, like the energy behind you creating a vision board and slapping it all together on a cork board, right? Because we do a vision board in Canva, and I'll walk you through that and the techie stuff. And I've got a video for this techie stuff as well in the playlist. So say you've got money blocks, right? And you're like, I don't really feel comfortable receiving, blah, 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 whatever. And then you've got amazing relationships. So if you put everything together, it kind of gets a little bit. So if you're blocked in one area and you're focusing on it, it tends to block other areas. But if you are focusing on the areas that are in flow more so and giving each area a turn, it kind of reinforces the energy behind it. And it becomes about our spiritual business vision board, because you're manifesting your business and you're manifesting all of the other things that you want to experience in your life. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to go through like the backstory of what a vision board is, and the way that I do business here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, is to bring spirituality into your business success without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout. So how's 2024 been for you? Like, has it been a surprise? Has it actually manifested? I've manifested quite a lot, and I'll show you what I've manifested. And I've also, full transparency, blocked quite a few things. And by that, I mean, things have come to me and I haven't felt ready for them. And I'm like, okay, I know that they'll come to me in divine timing. So there's a few things that are on my vision board for 2024. I'm like, yeah, one included salsa dancing. And my daughter and I went salsa dancing, and we were like, yeah, this is not the one. I paid for it for us. And then we ended up running out of the salsa place, and I'll tell you the whole story. But it was just like, I had salsa dancing. I could imagine myself salsa dancing. Kind of didn't work out. Another was Tough Mudder. My soul daughter was like, Mumsy, do you want to go to Tough Mudder, doing like a challenge for my health? And she was going to book it for us and all the rest of it. And I actually went to the place that it was, and I just didn't feel ready. I didn't do my training. So I could have manifested a lot more and the experiences, but it isn't the destination. It's the experiences that we want to have in life, right? We want to be the version of us that can feel unstoppable and badass. So let me share with you what is a vision board, if you are new to vision boards. And if you are not new, then just a recap of what a vision board is, and the belief that when you take these images out of your head, like you conjure up some images and you gather your images on your phone and on the socials, and maybe use Pixabay to gather some images. When you put them in on a corkboard or a digital vision board and focus on them and feel the feeling of them, how it manifests, it's beautiful. That's not, I didn't design it, the universe did. So here's how to make a vision board for manifestation, and that's what we're here for, right? Can I get an amen? So it's wholly, this is what, I'm not going to read all of this article, and I've got resources for you, but I won't read them all, but I will put them in the homework for you. I won't put them all over the socials. They're neatly and tidily there for you in the homework. All right. So it says, it's wholly possible to turn your dreams into reality. According to many influential leaders, Deepak Chopra, Gabby Bernstein, you may know them, Oprah, of course, it's as simple as manifestation, well, that and hard work. And so people think, or people will teach you, oh, just put an image on the corkboard, and like, okay, well, I'm not going to do the Tough Mudder, just, it's not, I can put it on, I'm not ready. Do you know what I mean? And I signed up, I wanted to do a retreat, and I will do a retreat. I signed up for retreat training to find out how to do a retreat. I have to go through that retreat training. So it is hard work, right? So there's things that we put up there, and then, okay, we've got to then do the work to meet the universe in the middle. And I want to share with you how to do that and actually support you in doing that throughout this year, okay? So manifesting and achieving your dreams aren't magic, though, and they don't happen overnight. So they don't happen overnight. This is not a quick, but what would you be doing if you didn't do it, right? What would you be doing? They don't happen overnight, like they don't, I'm sorry. And that might be like, oh, well, you're speaking that into existence. Some things can, But like a business is not going to happen overnight. Just because we feel like we want to do light work in the world and we feel called to, doesn't mean to say it was like the universe waves a magic wand and says you don't have to do any businessy stuff. Doesn't make sense. Successful manifestation starts with setting your intention. So we're here to live more intentionally, to set our soul's intentions. I love intentional living, and I love living in alignment with my values. That's what intentional living is, and I'll explain more. Believing that it will become reality and then taking active steps towards making that abstract idea come to fruition. Does that make sense? Can you let me know? Yes, that makes sense. Iona Meade is not saying, look, if you stick these images tomorrow, you'll see them in your living room, or you'll see them in your garden, or you'll just bump into something down the street. Like, that's not what I'm saying, right? And that's where vision boards come in. Whenever whatever goal you have, whether it's strengthening your relationship, finding a new job, traveling more. So we've got these vision boards. A vision board is a great tool to have during your journey, according to this author. All right. So does a vision board really work? Yes. Putting your goals on paper in this type of visual format can actually help you achieve them. It's a notion that Oprah and other celebrities have touted about, and lots of people. And Jim Carrey, I'm going to share a little bit about his story if you don't know it. First, consider what matters most to you. Take a moment to reflect and figure out what's important to you, right? And so think about the 1 or 2 areas, we're going to do 7, that you really want to change and focus on, right? So that is what we're going to do. And here's an example of other people's vision boards, and I will check in. And if you've ever created a vision board, does it look like this? I'm going to have a look at other people's vision boards on Google, right? So we're going to post our vision boards in the Facebook group, all right? Okay, hang on. Let me see. Robin says, awakening through layers, it seems. Mental, relationships, career choices, absolutely. 2024, I hit another bottom in burnout. Yeah, and that was you and I, wasn't it? In burnout. And yeah, I hit a rock bottom in grief again. You know, life be lifing. But I'm moving through that and moving out of that. Awesome, lovely. Truth, a business doesn't happen overnight. It requires time, effort to create it. Because that's what we think sometimes. We get like in our heads, like, I'm a powerful manifestor. Okay, yes, you are. But like, it's a business. It's a whole business. Yes, it makes sense. Awesome. I know that somebody else is on here, so you can comment. I don't know where you are, whether I can pull up your comment. And I've got this streaming in the Soul Legacy Academy as well. So if you're in there, then come over to the YouTube channel and comment, because I would love to have you engaged. And thank you, Robin, for being here. So these are examples of vision boards, and people do them in so many different ways. I just wanted to share them with you. I don't know if I click on that. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. All right, so this vision board, I don't know if you can see it. It says good life, happy place, time for change, the better life, walking in a crowd is magical, joy. Some people's vision boards have lots of images. Some people have lots of words. Some people don't have the cells on it. I will show you what my vision boards are like. They're not like anybody else's vision board. Your vision board will be representing of you, what you want to experience. Mine and mine, like, don't judge, right? And yeah, you'll see some others in the Facebook group as well. So next level living, peace of mind, there's smiles, more great things, home and garden, cars, adventure awaits, big wheels, books, talks. She's got big goals, New York Times bestseller, go big. All these things. What would you put on your vision board? Specifically today, it's your purpose vision board. Our businesses are booming, experts dream big. Like a lot of the vision boards have vague stuff, and I didn't want to do mine vague, but you do however you like, whatever you feel drawn to. You spend some time in your homework. It says intentional, strengthen, RV living, Robin, whoop, whoop, zero debt. And rather than putting zero debt or anything like negative words like moving away from something, put on your vision board what you actually want to experience. I noticed that some of my students who have done that have put in like quit smoking or something like that, and it's just like do the opposite of what you would actually be. I know it would be that you'd quit smoking, but like you're just a non-smoker, you know, that kind of thing. Keep calm and journal. What else? Let me pick up one more. Family goals. The way that we do it, again, you can see that for me, my brain is like, okay, well, this category of my life, this category of my life, this area of my life, and I want to experience freedom. And what does that freedom look like to me? I'm going to shut those windows down. So does that make sense so far? And so if you are not sure about creating a video montage, a collage, I do have a video here for you. That's in what I call the 7 Freedoms call-in gym. I think I have it in the vision board homework. This is my monthly membership, and if you are active while this live challenge is going on, I'm going to gift you a 2-hour monthly group coaching call worth $77. And you get access to this for the month, this whole membership. And if not, then I think I should be able to add it into the vision board homework. And so this actually just shares with you the Canva. I think if I open this, I'll be able to show you. It shows you Canva. It's a bit outdated, so I will update it. And I do have a video for you on the video playlist on YouTube, so it's free to do that. So it is outdated. Clicking a design. This is how much Canva has changed. Creating a photo collage, a video montage. I will show you how to do that. But if you get stuck with the techie stuff, because some people say, oh, I can't do it. I can't do the techie stuff. Some people love Canva. It worst comes to worst, like come on a call with me. And if not, Google it. Like, don't let any techie stuff hold you back. I will update that. All right. So again, Canva. So I'm going to go into Canva and towards the end of this, and then I'm going to show you how to do a mood board. Pixabay is a site where you can get different images. If you don't want to upload all of your own images, if you find something, obviously, if you want to manifest, say, a dude, and you're not going to actually put that, well, I wouldn't anyway. Pets, whatever it is, say you want to type in something like health, then you would put an image of whatever it is that's relevant to you. I like using images from my own life because I know that I'm on that vibrational frequency already, but you use whatever it is that you choose, okay? Oh, my mum is saying good night, bless her. I am actually going to have to say, oh, no, I won't. It's fine. So what you're going to do is gather images from social media and your Google Photos, okay? You'll start to do that over the week. You can start to do this when we hop off, and you'll gather images that represent, and again, I'll show you mine, that represent your badass spiritual business vision board. And if you come across images that are, say, related to health or spirituality, and it's day one, it's absolutely fine. Just save them, and we'll put each area images that represent each area. Hopefully that will make sense. So what I want to do, my light's gone out again. What I want to do is talk about Lightworker syndrome. This might resonate with you. Let me know. And again, I can't see your comments because I'm looking on the screen, but I will come back to them and check in. I will come back because one, I want you to be engaged. Two, if you're watching on the replay, then still engage, and I'll come back regardless. But I want to get to the end. I want to respect your time. So this is an article by a guy called, let me shut these down because I know that my Mac will freeze. This is an article by a guy called Steve Pavlina. I share this all the time. And so when you write articles, by the way, if you're an author, they come up like years and years later. And this article was written November 13th, 2006. I believe it's still very relevant. I'm not going to read all of this, but all the resources, all the links. If you're really interested, then I put them in the homework, okay? So he says, one obstacle that traps a lot of highly conscious people, I know you're highly conscious if you're here, is what Erin and I call Lightworker syndrome. So this is what happens when someone wakes up to a higher level of consciousness. As we wake up to our life purpose, like we're vibrating at a different frequency, and we've got a different vision, and we understand that we are souls having a human experience, and we also understand that we've got a calling on our soul, and we want to actually create a business and being in service, right? Yes? Okay. But he says, but they can't figure out how to live on purpose and feed themselves at the same time, right? And if you've got a business and you're not receiving financial freedom, and you're not building the back end of your spiritual business, you're going to struggle. right? So many of them get so frustrated with the experience, they become depressed and have feelings of wanting to give up and wanting to go home, return to the non-physical. Have you felt like that? I have. Like, no shame, I have. And so when you go through a dark night of the soul, it literally really, I laugh, but you know, I know it's not funny, but it's crazy. Like, in order to build a spiritual business, it means that you've gone through that spiritual journey. You're on that soul path, and yeah, it's rude, it's hard, and it's hard to do it alone. Although that some of the seasons we are alone, and that's okay. But when we focus on the emotional freedom vision board, we're going to talk about that more, how you feel as you've going through your awakening or gone through your awakening. And as Robin says, you know, hitting burnout, like if we just address business and we don't address how we feel and looking after ourselves and our health, why would we just serve and not actually, we can't serve from an empty cup, right? So he talks about spiritual connectedness versus groundedness, being up there in the clouds, in the dimensions. And I know that you guys like 5D and all the things, and we're in this 3D world. It's bringing ourselves back down. So he said, these troubled light workers often feel that they must compromise, either stay connected up top and be totally ungrounded, or lose their higher connection and become more grounded. But this is a really tough compromise. So many of them oscillate back and forth and never are quite sure which is the right way to go. Have you experienced that? And so I'm sharing with you the Badass Spiritual Business Vision Board, and I'm sharing with you, yes, we've got spirituality, and yes, we are going to do what, as he says, purpose-centered work, but we want to have that income and we want to have that lifestyle we are here on this physical plane. So I won't read all of this, but what he says is feeling your own power, connectedness versus groundedness again. What will happen if you succeed? So I have at the SoulLegacyTV Spiritual Business Success with Iona, I have the intention to help you succeed, be successful on your own terms, whatever that means to you. But what if you have a fear of it? He said, now it may sound a bit strange, but for me, the decision wasn't as balanced as I probably just made it sound. I know a lot of would-be light workers are concerned that they can't make a living pursuing the purpose. I didn't have that problem though. I felt confident I could make a living of it somehow. What really held me back was whether I felt comfortable doing it at all. My fear was it going to happen if it actually works? So what's going to happen if it actually works? What if I succeed? It comes up. So when you think, oh, well, I'm just going to do this vision board, Iona, and I'm going to stick pictures up, and then you come up with blocks, and then you're like, it doesn't work. But it works if we work us. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you've heard of this quote. And again, this kind of goes in alignment with that. So Marianne Williams said, and I won't read all of it, it says, our deepest fear, it's not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Right? And so it's a really, really beautiful quote, and I won't go into all of that. But does that make sense? Me saying to you, do you know what? Just create a vision board. It's fine. Like, do it on your own. Get on with it. It's not realistic, and it won't manifest. All right. So let me pull up RV living, baby. Yes. Camper van. Let's go out on the road, right? So Robin had visualized that camper came into your life, didn't it? It was just like in a really weird way. So yeah, RV as well. Absolutely my purpose. And what does freedom look like to me? Yeah, I feel that. Okay, yeah, the Lightworker syndrome. We all do at some point sacrifice purpose or income. And I wanted to create this so that as Lightworkers, we can really have a full life. Like that is part of my purpose. Moving from that poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. You'll hear me talking about it all the time. Robin says, exactly, the blocks show up. That's why I love your challenge. Thank you. I miss them sometimes, and this helps bring them to my awareness so I can bust them up. The blocks, yeah, it's not always in our awareness. And you know, as you journal and I do my journaling. So after this spiritual badass, this badass spiritual business vision board challenge, we are going to journal. I invite you to journal with me and come on to the SoulLegacyTV, and I will journal out this process and coach you, give you spiritual life coaching as we go. So it's not just, oh, this 7-day challenge in this 1 week. That's why I leave it on my vision board, I leave my vision board challenge on my YouTube channel, so that you can come back every single Monday and say, Iona, you know, this is what I've manifested, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm journaling, this is how I'm buddying up, this is how I'm, do you know what I mean? Like, hopefully that helps and it's helpful. I could have done with somebody when I was going through in the midst of this, and I wanted to say, do you know what, I'm here for you. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense and you'll feel supported because I care. So the video montage examples, I'm going to go over to those in a second. I'm going to share my screen again, and then I'm going to dive into your homework and what your life purpose vision board is going to be. Okay, so I'm going a little bit into this quite deeply, and I won't go in as deep in the subsequent days, but I want to give you the backstory so you actually understand, oh, okay, well, this is the energy that I'm bringing to my vision board, which makes it a badass spiritual business vision board. It's such a mouthful. So we're doing video montage and a photo collage, all right? We can do it as a desktop saver, a template. So how to make a vision board, I don't even know what is on that. Make it a lock screen for your phone so you can just see it. So you're like, it's in your awareness every single day. I'm going to challenge you to play your vision board every single day. So how to make a vision board in Canva. I'm going to show you the examples in a second. Maybe not just a second. Oh, do you know what? I have a Penzu journal, and this is not it. This is not the updated one. But Penzu, I use, I'll tap into that throughout the week and show you what I do. I've used this journaling app for like over 10 years. And now, instead of just always writing in it, what I do is I capture images and I insert them. It's like my way of thanking and acknowledging the universe. I screenshot my screensavers, I put in what I've bought with my vibrational money voucher. As we bank 50k in 50 days, I'll share more about banking 50k in 50 days and doing it vibrationally. I capture the journey so I can look back and acknowledge and say to the universe, thank you, and just know that I'm actually moving forward. You know, when you're like, do you know what, I'm not moving anywhere, I haven't manifested anything, or what was on my mind, what was I thinking? You're going to have a journal, whether you do a physical journal or you just capture images in here, or you write in a digital journal, whichever is best for you. But this is the app that I use and I love it, and I'm able to look back at the images, whether it's, say, like I'm out with my daughter and my granddaughter, whether it's I'm traveling, whether it's whatever it is. Like, it might be something like I just screenshot my food because I'm working towards working out, or I screenshot my workout, or my weighted vest, or my trainers, or I screenshot myself on a work. I'm just being that version of me that is on my vision board, and the brain thinks in images. It's really helpful to do your vision board and then acknowledge the journey of manifesting and enjoy it, right, as much as you possibly can. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it's like, oh, Iona, like, I get it now. It's not like, oh, you're just sharing information with me for the heck of it. I'm sharing information with you because it makes sense to the vision board process. And if it hasn't worked for you before, or if it's worked and you keep dropping off, annually, I'm going to hold you accountable. Okay. And again, if you've got any questions, I'm explaining it and I'm going deep, but if you've got any questions about each specific thing that I'm talking about, comment down below, or I will give you an opportunity to come on the 2-hour monthly coaching call and I can walk you through and actually apply it to you. Because this is like me just sharing with everyone, but I actually want to help you individually. I love supporting my students and I love over delivering. So I will support you fully if you want me to. So this is the Wheel of Life. Don't know if you're familiar with it, but basically this is where I started. So coaches use the Wheel of Life. I can't remember who, Peter somebody invented this. And what happens is how we use it in the coaching field. If you're a coach, then you'll know, but I'll just share for those who don't know, who are new, is people often start their coaching journey like this. And they say, okay, split your life up into different areas so you can see it clearly. So that's what we're doing, right, with the vision board. And this is segmented into finances, health, family, friends, romance, personal growth, fun and recreation, environment, business and career. For us, it's contribution, health, emotions, environment, relationships, spirituality, and finances. They're what I call the 7 freedoms for living the intentional life, the intentional living codes. It goes beyond the wheel of life, and there's nothing wrong with the wheel of life. It's just I wanted to create a tool of my own, and I'll show you what my soul legacy wheel is. And on the wheel of life, you rate your life, how fulfilled you are, between a 0 and a 10. And whichever area that you're not as fulfilled in, so you might mark 10 for physical environment, 5 for career, 5 for finances, or 7 for finances, 10 for health, whatever, and you do these markers. And basically, when you connect the dots around this wheel, if it dips up and down, it's like not a circular wheel. So if you were to ride this wheel through life and down the road, it would be bumpy. So it means that it's just out of balance, right? And so I wanted to go beyond that, and I actually created my own wheel, which I call the Soul Legacy Wheel, which we'll talk about in a second. And I can't make it bigger, I'm sorry, because again, my mind map's gone off. So these are the areas that I focus on. And so I'll explain this just so you get what this vision board is, and why and how it actually works. And it does work. Again, I don't have to convince you that vision boards work. I want you to share with you the process of how you can make your vision board a reality. So financial freedom, contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, and spiritual freedom. And you'll notice that my wheel, the Soul Legacy Wheel, I call it, for launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy and doing it with ease, grace, and flow, is a little bit different. So at the top of the wheel, each area, it's got a number 11. And so you know when you go for a spiritual awakening and you have that gateway, and you actually realize we are souls having a human experience. And I laugh because for me, the wheel of life is like really in the humanness. How fulfilled do I feel in my life? That means I'm looking at my life and I'm thinking, I don't like that, I don't want that, I don't want that, which actually means that if what you focus on expands and you attract more of it, right? And then we wonder why it doesn't work. With the Soul Legacy Wheel, we know that actually we are souls having a human experience, and we are aware of the universal laws. We are aware of the law of vibration, and we have a spiritual awakening. And the 11, I don't know if you've seen the 1111 as a gateway, as a portal to that higher level of consciousness, our higher self, our soul guidance. And I like to say that we start to look through the world through the lens of our soul. And by that, I mean that we're not as pushed and pulled through life. And so the star represents our North Star, like what is navigating us through life. And the in the middle is the world, right, as is. When you look at the world through the lens of your soul, what you're doing is you're looking down at that higher vibration. You're coming from the lens of your soul, meaning that you create your reality, rather than looking at reality like, oh, life be lifing. I talk about it all the time, Robin knows. But we're not pushed and pulled by life for the most part, right? We want to journal out that process. And we know that we create our reality. So we create our reality because we're energy, and depending on how we're vibrating, what vibrational frequency we are, and we'll talk about this on day 3, the emotional scale, depending on how we're vibrating, how in tune we are with our source guidance, spirit, soul, source, is what we're going to manifest. So it's a different way and a different spin of bringing the universal laws into our life. And our life does not have to change for us to feel good, right? The idea, I call it moving from soul funk to soul flow. If we are in soul flow, we've got signs, we've got synchronicities, we've got all of this guidance. We're raising our vibration in order for our world to change, not waiting for our world to change in order to change the way that we feel. In order for our vision board to manifest, the vision that you're going to create with me, in order for that to manifest, you have to get used to raising your vibration first. And we raise our vibration, we rate our vibration today, and I want you to do that today, how you feel in terms of your contribution. 1 is a meh. 11 is a like, I'm on point with this vision, like I'm ready to create this badass spiritual business vision board challenge. I'm ready to get my business out there, blah, 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 blah. How do you feel? Rate your vibration between a 1 and 11. We do not get a 0 because we are breathing. Gratitude. right? Gratitude raises your vibration as well. Just being grateful. And again, I'll share with you how I support you going through this process throughout the year, not just on this one day. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense? Robin, did that make sense? Did I explain that? Well, hopefully I did. All right. Let me go back up. Did we? Okay, hang on. Okay, definitely not a one and done. We keep moving forward, we keep visualizing, we keep creating, and the energy that creates our business and the life we desire is on purpose. Absolutely. Well, you said it. that part. Robin says, yes, gratitude. Thank you for reminding me all the things that I manifest and I'm grateful for when my mind tries to take me down and focus on life challenges. Exactly. And so when we visualize and we journal, we've got a record of it, so our mind can't take us out. And so your rating today, thank you for rating. So wait a minute, so let me do Contribution Freedom Monday, so CFM. So every single Monday after this vision board, I am live on, and I have been for this last week. I did drop off, I'm not perfect, I'm back on to support you. And so we say CFM equals 1 to 11. So Robin's rated her frequency at a 7. So incorporating the recent burnout, yes, I understand that, and thank you, because you might come back Monday and you might not have done that much in your business, but your vibration would raise anyway. All right, so it's not that big things have to change and everything has to be at the end and manifested. It's the journey into manifesting. Does this make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. And I know that there's a few of you guys on, and Robin, you're commenting and you're doing a lot of work for me. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are excuse me, enjoying this and you're anywhere but on the YouTube channel and I can't see your comments, I apologize. I can only see Robin's. If you want to come onto the YouTube channel so I can pull up your comments, or when you comment on the replay, that'd be amazing. So it's at the SoulLegacyTV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Okay. Robin says, yes, you explained that well. Did I? Oh, okay, thanks. And then when I say that, people hop off. It's hilarious. Really hilarious. Okay, don't hide behind closed doors. It doesn't make sense. All right, oops, I was thinking frequency instead of Mondays. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, contribution freedom frequency. Exactly, I should have changed it, right? Yeah, we're doing it on a Monday. Oh dear. Okay. I was thinking frequency instead of yeah, thank you. All right. So and again, engaging on the replay. One, helps my YouTube channel because I'm showing up for you guys and showing the process that took me like over a decade to learn. And two, it actually shows the universe that, yeah, I am a badass. I am ready to live into my purpose. Robin is being a badass right now. And I will say that Robin was going to lurk, right? At one point, Robin will tell you herself, we've been working together and we've been soul sisters for a long time, years, since December 2020. It's now 2024, right? So Robin came into the group and she was absolutely going to be a lurker. And she decided, you know what? I'm going to take you up on your challenge. I'm going to introduce myself in the group. I'm going to come on to your vision board challenge. And she's engaging. And you can see that when you're engaging, you get what you put in. And when you drop off, you just drop off. But know that I will be here, okay? And when I drop off, I don't know, it's like, okay, well, I'll just put some alarms on my schedule to come back on. Like, I'm human, right? I'm human. And that's hilarious. Now I was planning to lurk 100%. 100%. And I felt like lurking today myself for my own challenge. You know what I mean? I've had a challenging day. I'm like, really? But oftentimes when you are up leveling and you're doing like great things in the world, life be lifing that little bit more. Life be lifing that little bit more. So, I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm saying in a pause so you don't have to listen to me talking all the time. So this vibrational money voucher, like it's the bank 50k in 50 days, and I can't make this bigger, which is frustrating, Mindmeister. But this is a vibrational money voucher, and again, it's in the Facebook group and it's also in the homework. And if you are a student of mine, I walk you through how you can get a the bigger version of it. Robin says, I was terrified when I did my intro video. Yeah, and it was introduce yourself, and I had prompts introduce yourself, where you're from, what's your business, a little bit about your spiritual awakening story. It was that. And it terrifies you. And I get it. I'm not, what I am is tough love. I am tough love, but it's still love. And I know that hiding behind closed doors or watching me for this long and not engaging or not like really showing up for yourself and, not meeting the universe in the middle. I'm not saying you're not, but what I'm saying is engage and do the homework and post the homework in the group. I can see the screen. Awesome. So this vibrational money voucher, what it says is, maybe I can make it bigger. Way, get in there. Woo woo. All right. So again, this thing went wonky. So the vibrational money voucher is, I give you £1,000, dollars, or euros. This is my Soul Legacy journal. So I went through my awakening. I wanted to make building my business fun, and I wanted to make making money fun. And so I created this. I had my Fiverr guy create this vibrational money voucher, and it says the soul income game, vibrational money. We pretend it's real, but just know that money is energy, so it's vibrational, so it's real. So I said the Bank of Soul Income, Cheers to Financial Freedom, and the Soul Legacy Journal, and it signed the Soul Legacy Journal. I think it's pretty cool. And so what you're going to do is over 50 days, you're going to receive this deposit of £1,000, dollars or euros, wherever you are, and you're going to journal and you're going to spend it on the things that are on your vision board. So you have to get to the end of the vision board challenge so that you know what it is that you want to manifest in each area of your life. There's loads of things. My mind went everywhere, and I'll show you my vision board and stuff, like the things that do cost money. All right, okay. So I talked about the Soul Legacy Wheel. I've already done that. We'll go into that. Oh yeah, and then journaling. All right, we journal daily on my daily vlogs. All right, so let's keep the momentum going. I've probably got about another half an hour ish. I'll try to get done. Okay. So intentional living. So this is intentional living, living an intentional life, and committing to actually living intentionally. And so this is the description of what intentional living is. And I think that you'll love it. I do. It says intentional living is a lifestyle where people make conscious choices to live in alignment with their values and beliefs. I'm all over it. Living in alignment with my values. One of my values to live into my purpose is building a legacy. I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, host here at the Soul Legacy TV. I have the Soul Legacy movement, right, that is there to here to improve the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation, escape poverty and elevate a prosperity, escape a poverty consciousness and elevate a prosperity consciousness, one light worker at a time. Like living intentionally and living in alignment with your values. How am I going to do that? I'm going to show up live. I'm going to show up unscripted. I'm going to show up. That's just me. However you want to live in alignment with your values. I don't believe the money's in the list. I don't believe building a list. I don't believe in putting in your name. I didn't put you on a list to be here. I'm like, no, no. So I wanted to build my YouTube channel in a way that I'm educating, I'm teaching, and then I make you an offer to come and work with me if you choose to. That for me feels in alignment with my values and my beliefs around my business. You have to decide what is right for you, okay? It says it can involve a variety of values, including religious, political, and ethical or self-improvement values and beliefs. So what do you believe? So it says here, intentional living, why and how to start acting with purpose. So pretty cool. So here are some characteristics of intentional living and why we make the intentional living commitment. Going out of alignment with your values. And I know that Robin, you were saying about family and being burnt out and different things throughout this year, but we're in alignment with our values in terms of doing what we need to do to contribute in our light work, in our business and our lifestyle. However, the value of new values of your own health, looking after your own emotions, receiving financial freedom, sometimes we've got to up level on our values or stand strong on them so that other areas, we don't plow into one area and then leave other areas out while we do that, while we contribute, if that makes sense. And when we're out of alignment, like all kinds of things happen. So, so here are some of the characteristics of intentional living. Living authentically. Living intentionally means living in a way that is true to your own experiences, aspirations, and goals. Can I get an amen? Making purposeful decisions. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Purposeful decisions. Intentional living involves making decisions based on your values rather than living up to others' expectations. Now, you see that creating the vision board is going to be guided by you wanting to live true to your own experiences, your own aspirations, and your own goals, not what you think that other people in society think that you should do, or family and friends think that you should do. Now you see why I'm going into more detail, and I've actually created that space to have 2 hours of coaching. If you engage throughout this week, I will gift you the 2-hour monthly coaching call to dive deep on this. All right. And give you actually coaching around it. Being mindful, intentional living requires being mindful of your actions and slowing down to dig deep. Now, I talk really fast, but I do slow down sometimes. And what I did today was realize actually during my journaling process, and I was doing it live, I was like, okay, this action or this living in alignment with my values to the degree of making a choice to say X, Y, and Z is not actually serving me. So being really mindful, that's going to help me. So I need a reminder too. I'm not sitting here by a long shot, no way near saying, I'm perfect, I know all the things. Like, I'm learning, and we learn what we need to teach. No, we teach what we need to learn the most, right? And so every year I'm doing this for me. All right, I'm doing it for you, but I'm doing it for me. Being thoughtful, also creating boundaries. Living intentionally can involve creating boundaries and not living for others. Did that land? I did that. I fostered 3 children under 5, ended up giving up my home as a result of things. I'm just saying. Boundaries. Being thoughtful. Intentional living involves being thoughtful. It was in alignment with my values, but it was at my expense, right? Intentional living involves being thoughtful, and I would do it again. Being thoughtful about how you spend your time in your life. Absolutely. 2025. Let's bring it. Let's do it together. Understanding the why. Intentional living involves understanding the deeper reasons behind the decisions that you make, right? Prioritizing. So some tips. Some say that intentional living can help the mental health benefits, including lowering stress, improving the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation. If I support you, you support your family, you support your clients, win-win. I don't have to support everyone. We have that ripple effect. Yes. So some tips for living intentionally. I'm passionate because, like, hello, creating weekly and monthly action plans. Absolutely. I'm going to share that with you towards the end and throughout the week. I'm going to watch for the time. So if I don't get to share all of that today, I will share it tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. We've got a whole week together, right? So come back for the next day. Prioritizing self-care. Robin will help you with the self-care. Spending time with people who are important. Absolutely. Being mindful of what you put in your body. Can I get an amen? So what you put on your vision board, when you live intentionally, you're manifesting intentionally, right? We're not just putting like a bunch of stuff that's, you know, all those images like that was on those other vision boards. It's like, are they in alignment with their values? Have they really thought? Have they got blocks? Have they all things? So what are values? Do you value values? I do. And when you are living in alignment with your purpose, this purpose vision board for day 1, your values, when you get clear on your values, your students, your clients, your soul tribe will be in alignment with your values, and they will be drawn to you because you're standing on your values. And Robin was drawn to me because I've stood on my values, and our values are very similar in many different ways, in many different areas of our life. Not always, because we're not a carbon copy of each other. However, she's drawn to me, was drawn to me, and stuck with me this long. And we've been soul sisters for this long, even when we've not been working together, even when our paths are like, okay, well, I'll have a pause, you'll have a pause. It's fine. We're still here, and we're still together, and we're still, do you know what I mean? Like, people come into your life for a rhyme and reason. Do you value values? And what are your values? I've got a list of values that you might actually want to tweak, and I'll share those in a second. So values, I'm not going to read all of this. So values, and I do leave the link in the homework, all right? Values are the basic and fundamental beliefs that guide and motivate attitudes and actions. So your attitude towards certain things are going to be led by your values, right? And the actions that you take, like if you're not placing any importance on financial freedom because you don't value it, like, yeah, don't do it for the money. Yeah, okay, but the lifestyle requires money, especially now more than ever. They help us to determine what is more important to us. Values describe the personal qualities we choose to embody to guide our actions. So if I didn't mention values and I just said do the vision board, doesn't make sense. You're not even going to be in alignment with it and feel it because it's not in alignment with your values. That makes sense. So the sort of person you want to be, the manner in which we treat ourselves and others, our interaction with the world around us, they provide us with guidelines for conduct. And I am saying this and I'm not reading it, but when I do read the article, you can see that I've brought this in and I'm living it. So I'm going to read one more chapter, one more paragraph even. Values in a narrow sense is that which is good, desirable, or worthwhile. Values are the motive behind purposeful action. They are the ends to which we act and come in many forms. Personal values are personal beliefs about right or wrong, and they are not be considered moral, right? So whatever your values is going to determine your business. And when you're clear on your values, your soul clients will resonate with that more. I'm just going to shut those down because I know that I've got other windows open. All right, does that make sense? I'm going to come to you in a second and share. So I've got North Star. So I've got a list of North Star values. Does that make sense? Let me come in and check in. And have you heard of a North Star? Are you living in alignment with your values? Okay. Okay. I need to do what you do, Robin, and actually like have a star somewhere of where I've actually pulled the comment up from. So Robin says, that taking care of self and contributing to our own health and well-being so we can show up in the world as we feel called to do. Can I get an amen? Exactly. Wow, that's the truth. We teach what we need to learn the most. This just hit me different and made me laugh too. Self-care healing. I say it all the time. Robin, you've heard me say that. And I wasn't even going to say it. You've heard me say that so many times. And guys, you might be watching this on the replay. Watch it again. Watch it again. Slow it down, speed it up, whatever. Watch it again. Yeah, we teach what we need to learn the most. Like I'm here learning it again a year on, and every single year I will refresh it. I drop off, I drop on, like whatever is what it is, right? And it makes me laugh. I laugh, when you're laughing because you're like, ooh, that's what I laugh. I'm like, Robin says, absolutely. Values are so important. And our life and live the bumps life likes to throw at us. Yeah, we do. Life be lifing makes complete sense. Sometimes it feels like our values conflict with each other, family purposes, and that's where this badass spiritual business vision board challenge comes in, manifesting that, like, so we can set that intention. And Robin, this whole week will probably land differently for you, because when we do have that image, we're not going to put things on our vision board this week that we're not in alignment with. We're going to make room for like other surprises that the universe has for us. Like that's absolutely fine. But we're going to be clear on how we want to manifest this next year, this or something better. And so say if we've got, like, say we have the RV living, but we know that we are, so like when I was fostering and I still want to travel in my business, it's like, okay, I have to put that on hold. Like, it's like, oh, but that's what I did. I did it for an entire year. I committed to doing that. Did it make me extremely unhappy when I was doing it? No. Was I longing for more? Did I know that I couldn't continue with that? Yes. So it's that timing and that, okay, this is what I need to deal with first. Then I need to deal with this. Then I need to deal with that. And actually, if I've got something in my life that I'm not in alignment with, like you said, purpose and business and family, then what's the solution? What's the ideal solution to balance that? Like if I waved a magic wand, what would that be? Put that on your vision board. That, right? So it can happen. And I remember hearing you say, it's just funny how our experiences make it hit differently. Absolutely, all the time. I agree with that 100%. And as I'm saying it myself, like I'm leaning into this, and this is different from how I did it last year. because I've up-leveled and I've manifested and I've leaned into my purpose. 333, baby. There's Robin's numbers. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your insight and your knowledge, and for everyone, again, watching on the replay. I'm here for you, you know, and hopefully you'll show up for yourself. All right, what's your North Star? A short guide to divine your purpose. And I know a lot of people in the group said that the time zones were out and I watch on the replay. So absolutely fine. We've got a whole week together to actually think about this. And when you start to do the homework, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And if you've got questions after you've done your homework or while you're doing your homework, ask them in the group. So what's the North Star? A short guide to defining your purpose. And again, I'll go a little bit faster. When we look to establish our North Star and define our sense of purpose in our lives, we first need to understand goals. Setting goals is a proven method for achieving our wildest dreams. However, it can be argued that our goals are future-centric and set you up for disappointment while compromising the present, right? Have you ever experienced that? And so it says in this is the Minimalist Vegan blog. It says, I've had an on and off relationship with goal setting, and two of my favorite creators, Tim Ferriss and Leo, somebody, has fascinating conversation about this very topic below. I haven't actually watched all of that, I don't think. Anyway, they're debating what is a North Star. So what is a North Star? According to Earth Sky, the North Star or Pole Star, aka Polaris, I don't even know if I say that right, is famous for holding nearly still in our sky while the entire northern sky moves around it. Metaphorically speaking, your North Star is a personal mission statement. It's a fixed destination that you can depend on in your life as the world changes around you. So I guarantee that the world will change around you in 2025 and beyond. And when you are anchored to your North Star, you don't move. You don't get pushed and pulled for the most part, right? So it says, for example, Gary Vaynerchuk has a goal one day to own the New York Jets. We've heard that loads of times. Oh, I have. This has been a deep life dream of his. Now his actions in day-to-day are geared towards this specific goal. So when you've got a North Star, your actions then are in alignment with that. Does that make sense? So I won't read all of that. Hilary Cotton is dedicated to redesigning social services by changing the way we think about welfare systems. Nelson Mandela's mission was to liberate all people from continuing the bondage of poverty, suffering, and gender and other discrimination. Our North Star is to inspire, on the vegan blog, is to inspire millions to live with less staff and more compassion. This blog is the vehicle we use towards that goal. So whatever your North Star is, then you use your purpose as that vehicle. So achieving your North Star is not the point. Don't get hung up on reaching the goal. The purpose of your North Star is to help you make informed decisions day to day. Be content with your progress. Know that you are one step closer to your mission. Can you change your North Star? Can your North Star change? Over time, you might find that your North Star evolves. That's completely fine. Going in whichever direction. So if you come back with me live each year, it might change, right? So is having a North Star for everyone? No, basically. And what is your North Star? It could be being the best mother for relationships. It could be providing fresh water to the world as you're contributing. It could be, is it empowering children with disabilities, living a simple life? What is your North Star? And I'm not saying that you've got to decide what your North Star is on the spot, but I have my North Star with the Soul Legacy Academy. And again, it is to improve the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation, elevate prosperity consciousness and escape prosperity consciousness, one light worker at a time. All right. And so with the Soul Legacy TV, this YouTube channel, it is to have spiritual business success without doing busy work, without being broke, without experiencing burnout. So you show up, speak out, and serve deep. I'm doing this challenge once a year. I'm not doing a pop-up, pop-down Facebook group. I don't teach that. I don't teach to do that. That for me is crazy. That's out of alignment with my values. And it's definitely leading to burnout, right? It's not sustainable. I saw one lady who has taught LinkedIn challenges for the last few years, and she's made millions. It's not that they don't work, but now she stopped. Why? or is she stopping it as a main offer? Why? So I teach to do YouTube challenges, and I have my book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch. Can you see that? Hang on. Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influence compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. So I teach doing YouTube challenges like this one annually, so that you can serve the people that you need to serve you is your purpose. You, again, growing, teaching what we need to learn the most. And then you can do it for your students as well. So leveraging your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, that is what I wanted. All right, I'm going to go faster. Here are a list of North Star values. I've got about 20 minutes and then we'll wrap up. North Star values, there's a list in the Soul Legacy Academy, and I'll share with you how to get into that today, a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow. Decide on what your North Star values are, what your values are that are actually going to guide you in each area of your life. All right. Considerate, loving, energetic, gracious, kind. I wanted to be more kind this year, not because I'm not kind, but I realized when I saw certain people moving around me, I'm like, dude, like, I would just want to be kinder. Like, wow. Rather than asking somebody to be kinder, I'm like, yeah, I want to be kinder. So this is the emotional scale, and we'll talk about this on, can I make this bigger? We'll talk about this on Wednesday. Oh my goodness me, did you see that? Okay, stay. Oh wow, did you see that? Okay, I might have to just okay. All right, this is as much as you're gonna get. Can you see it? What is it doing? It's being weird. Okay. All right, so upward spiral, downward spiral. So as we're manifesting, we want to be on an upward spiral so we can manifest, right? Enjoy, love, empowerment, freedom, and appreciation. Passion, enthusiasm, positive expectation, optimism, hopefulness, contentment. That's the low vibration going up the emotional scale, according to the Abraham Hicks. And downwards is boredom, pessimism, frustration, irritation, impatience, overwhelmment, disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, anger, revenge, hatred, rage, jealousy, insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, and being a victim. Now, it doesn't matter where you are, and it doesn't matter what you're experiencing. However, we want to move up the emotional scale. Agreed? Now, as light workers, as spiritual business owners, if you want to build a spiritual business and you have fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling, where are you vibrating on this emotional scale? Yeah, the lowest vibration, right? For me, when I've gone through my dark night of the soul, when I've gone through my awakening and I've recently experienced grief and a passing of a really big loss in my life, I'm like, I refuse to be at the lowest vibration for any longer than I need to be. I am not going to do the things that will hold me there, including going to the service for my sister-in-law. Is at the same place where, for those of you who don't know, my son passed. He made his transition 9 years ago, and it was at the same place. And I was like, I'm just not going to go. I'm emotionally aware enough to know that I'm already grieving. I am not going to trigger and spiral, blah, 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 blah. It's just, I don't have room for that in my life. I'm making a choice. Some might think that's wrong. At the end of the day, when I have done this process for myself, I'm aware of where I'm at. And I wanted to move up to the emotional scale to love and joy and empowerment and freedom and appreciation. And that is what I'm doing for myself. And hopefully I will support you in doing that. This is a video by Natalie Ledwell. Don't know if you know her. She did Mind Movies. And so she's talking about the emotional scale there. It works. And Mel Robbins was talking about, if you're familiar with Mel Robbins, she talks about the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you get stuck on any action that you have throughout this week or throughout the year, say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just do it. Read the Mel Robbins book. She talks about it. Anyway, she talks about manifesting, and basically she says there's 3 steps to manifesting. Giving yourself permission in this video, giving yourself permission, seeing yourself doing the actual steps, and feeling yourself doing the actual steps, and then actually taking the action. And then she says, sometimes if you get stuck and you're like, I can't visualize myself doing blah, 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 we have blocks. She says, think of somebody else that is doing it and put them in your shoes and you'll get inspiration. You know how we can give advice and we can support others. And then it's like we come to ourselves and we're like, I don't even know, but we can support other people. So she says, you know, say Mel Robbins is there with you, say Iona Meade is there with you, what would I do, right? And then ask that question. So basically the story was, she was not really new to life coaching. She had a life coaching practice for like 2-3 years. She went to this Oprah conference and she saw Martha Beck, I don't even know who Martha Beck is, on the stage. And Martha Beck was speaking. She was an author. She was Oprah's like designated life coach. And Mel Robbins was like, have you heard of Mel Robbins? She said, I want to do that. She had no clue. She went home, she started journaling and she started visualizing. And then she's like, had problems with visualizing. She's like, what would Martha Beck do? I want to speak. I want to do coaching programs. I want to like be an author. She's all of those things. She's world renowned. And she started with saying, what would that person do if she was her? She got blocked. And she saw someone doing something that she wanted to do. She didn't know before she went to that conference that is what she was going to leave with. But she said something changed in her body. And she was like, I need to do that. That is why I'm here. All right, I'm going to go real quick through the last couple of pieces. The emotional, the vibration. So the emotional scale, and I've been talking about the low vibration. I don't even know how I can get that off. Beyond the law of attraction, right? So if you're familiar with the law of attraction, low vibration, not attraction. So Paulo Coelho's quote, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. It actually does. In 2009, I was blah, blah, blah. Let me just see. Okay, law of vibration. I'm not going to read all this. I'm just going to read a paragraph. Everything is energy. It moves and vibrates. Everything that we see, ourselves, the other people around us, the chair we're sitting on and reading, this article, the tall oak tree outside your window, the tiny atoms, light, dust, table, our thoughts, other people's thoughts vibrate at a specific frequency. Only when we understand this first principle can we move onto the law of attraction. So what is the law of attraction? Every thought vibrates, every thought radiates a signal, and every thought attracts a matching signal back. So when you are thinking and feeling and you're journaling, that is that law of attraction. And it says the law of attraction that which says that which is likened to itself is drawn. And so you might see the powerful law of attraction also as a universal manager that sees that all thoughts that match one another line up. That's by Jerry Nester. So like attracts like. So you want to be vibrating at the frequency of your vision board. All right, I'm going to go. I've got a couple more things and I'm going to give you your homework. All right, let's go 10 more minutes. So what is spiritual awakening? If you don't know what a spiritual awakening is, Google it. No, only kidding. Go into the homework and this information is in there. A spiritual awakening is dissolving of all illusions that mask the reality of the present moment. So when you're looking at the present moment, you're like, dude, I can't do a vision board. Like, no, like this is too much. Like, blah, 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 blah. The illusion of the present moment, right? Initial awakening experiences are all the start of falling away of the many levels of the unknown, the known and the unknown, the subconscious and the ego. Can we have the courage to allow these beliefs and attachments to fall away? Hopefully, can we have the courage to see reality as it is? Can we have the courage to really question who we think we are? Hopefully we can. All right. So it's an illusion. Basically, alchemy, spiritual alchemy. And I might come back through these throughout the week, but basically, like we're energy, right? And we're alchemizing and we're intending and we're creating a badass spiritual business vision board for our life purpose and every area of our life. And again, I can help you and support you, engage throughout this week, and then you can come on and jump on a monthly coaching call with me. So I want to read, it's down here. And again, I'm not going to read it all, I'm just going to read this little bit. While alchemy, my disc is almost full. While physical alchemy is concerned with altering and transforming the properties with matter, spiritual alchemy is concerned with freeing your spiritual self, which is obscured within you by the unrefined parts of your ego, your fears, your beliefs, etc. All right. So I'm not going to go into too much of that. Segment intending is something that Jerry and Esther Hicks talk about. I'm going to shut these down. And they talk about basically your day. Segment intending is a technique that involves breaking your day or your life into segments and practice and planning for each one. So when you are creating the segments of your life and you put on your vision board, your life purpose, your health, your emotions, your environment, it's like, how do I do all of this? Segment intending is a tool to have your life be more smooth. And I love this one. And I'll talk about it more on the daily journaling practice and on the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast. The idea is to take control of your day by steering the direction that you want it to go in, rather than just going with the flow and letting everything overwhelm you. All right. So planning ahead, reflecting, resetting, and addressing challenges. And I'm going faster because I'm aware of like time. Bucket list. If you've got a bucket list, bucket list item, put it on your bucket list. A bucket list means that all the things that a person wants to do and accomplish before they die. Basically, we're all gonna, at one point, I want to live to 100. My mum's mum lived to 101, but I've got a lot of things that are on my bucket list before I kick the bucket, right? So I will walk you through putting things on your bucket list. All right, last thing, we've got a guide, and I'm just going to give you your homework. So, contribution freedom. How do you want to contribute in the world? Do you have even a slight vision of how you want to contribute with your light work and your lifestyle? And what I like to say is, when you are focusing on your light work, your business, you also want to know how you're contributing to your lifestyle, how that impacts and balancing the two things. All right. And so again, on the daily journal, I'll walk through this. I'm not going to do this now. I'm just going to give you your homework. And what I want you to do is post in the Facebook group your a vision board, right? The 1 week, and again, I'll show you my Canva so it makes it easier. And I want you to express what you're grateful for. I want you to say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate, and list 7 things that you are grateful for. All right. As we move through this vision board challenge, I'm going to cut out all that. I'll come back to it tomorrow. As we do this vision board challenge, I want us to vibrate at the frequency where we are just really grateful. Hopefully that helps. I'm going to go into the Canva and then share that with you so you can start to do your images, but you'll do them throughout the week as well. Robin says, I don't like pop-up groups either. YouTube challenges are way better, aren't they? Just Robin has done YouTube challenges as well. Look at that disappearing off the screen. It's funny. Fear is low, very low. Fear is the lowest, and so is grief. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done. So we have to choose what's best for us. Others aren't going to agree or understand, but to be fair, they don't have to. Exactly. Can I get an amen for that? All right. So post in the group. And I'm going to share this really quick, the Facebook group, so you know. And I do have a private community as well. I'm not going to share all of that because I just want to respect your time. Just do it in the vision board group for now, and then I will share. So you can grab your homework. The link, I think the link, it should have been in the comments, to be fair, but none of the comments came up that I'd posted before. But if you go to the Soul Legacy Academy, they'll be in the description. SoulLegacyAcademy.com/courses/vision board. It's $7.77. There is homework in there. I will share inside that real quick. And there's these replays. There's a welcome video. There is, okay, hang on. The private community, if you don't want to be posting it all over the socials. There's a Facebook group link. There's a chat if you want to buddy up in the group, and then there is this is where I'm streaming right now live, and then the homework underneath. So everything is organized. I'm super organized, and I'm going to click into Canva to show you a little bit, and then the masterclass is there where you can go to the Bank 50K in 50 days. I'll share that another day. All right, so what you want to do is go to canva.com, canva.com. So I think I said that. Canva.com, canva.com, and type in. It's going to have you. And again, I've got a visual tutorial on this, and I'm going to share where that is. Mood boards. Type in mood boards, and you can start to create a mood board. Upload some images. You can use their templates. You can go to the upload some images. They're my images, and start to play with this. And then when you're finished, post it in the vision board in the group. I don't expect you to be done all of your images on day one. Take as long, this is your life, so take as long as you need to. So some of my my images, don't know why it's doing that. Do you see it? It's being weird. So some of my images for my contribution are my YouTube channels, right? So I've got 2 YouTube channels that I want to contribute. I had my book on my vision board. Again, did I show you it? I don't think I did. Spiritual YouTubers from scratch. Yeah, I did. A soul guided influence compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. I had this vision of being an author on my YouTube channel, on my vision board, and I manifested it in a really great way. I have another YouTube channel. I have calls. I had my co-author book series. I have a TED Talk. And again, I applied for a TED Talk, didn't hear anything back. That's fine. It'll come in divine time. But for the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, I could have done that several times over. And I just didn't. It wasn't the right time. So I could have manifested some of these things already. And then we'll talk about health freedom. So basically, it's going to look like this. Oh, well, yours is going to look different, right? So you're going to remember to put yourself on your vision board, right? Because we're going to visualize those things. So if I've got, say, a book, I'm going to visualize myself talking about me being an author. If I've got my YouTube channel, I'm going to decide what it is that I want to put on my YouTube channel. If I want to, I don't know, whatever it is, like as contributing. So the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, I need to actually write. I need to go there and actually, contribute and actually see what the what is it called, the submission guidelines are and different things. You put them on your vision board so it gives you focus, and then we start to take that soul guided action. Does that make sense? Like, so when I'm contributing, as you mentioned, Robin, it's like, okay, well, I want to look after my health while I'm contributing. I want to manage my emotions while I'm contributing. I want to have the environments. I want to travel while I teach, while I'm contributing, right? I want to have the relationships that I want to have with you guys and my family while I'm contributing. I want to experience that ease, grace, and flow of that spiritual freedom while I'm contributing. I want to have the financial freedom as a result of contributing. So again, I will share, and I want to tithe, and I want to do all of those things. And I have a bunch of windows open, and you'll see those at the top, but I will bring that into tomorrow and for health freedom. But like I say, post in the Facebook group, in the discussions tab, you can post your homework, and it will go into the media of the group. So we have students in here before that have posted their vision boards. Go to the events and click that you go in, invite somebody else in, and the guide how to visualize what you want and how to get it is in the Facebook group. I am not going to take up any more of your time. I wanted to go an hour and a half, and I'm at time. What I will do is just share more as we go throughout each day. All right, so we've got health freedom on Tuesday. Hopefully that made sense. Have you enjoyed this vision board challenge, and has it made any sense whatsoever? I know I dove into it's the behind. So they say that 80% of success is psychology, your beliefs, and 20% of success is your strategy. So I can share the strategy and say, oh gosh, I can't believe how dark that is. I can share the strategy, but if we don't have the psychology and the energy behind it, it doesn't work. Okay. And I apologize for the lighting. Is what it is. Thank you for doing this for us again. You're welcome. You're welcome for all of those of you who are watching on replay. All the links and stuff are in the description. Invite somebody in to body up with you, and go over this as many times as you need to. Start your Canva, put some images, what represents your life purpose, your business, how you want to contribute in the world, and let me know. And I'm here. And if you are engaged, I'm going to share with you on my masterclass how I'm gifting and 2-hour monthly coaching call, which is $77. This is a lot, right? But when you actually get a mentor and you actually have that help and that support, plus you actually have someone guiding you and being there with you every single day. And again, at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, I have this YouTube challenge, this 7-day vision board in a playlist on my vision board, on my YouTube channel. And I also have my daily journaling. I will be journaling every single Monday about vision board. And again, I'll share with you how I will walk you guys through that and hold you accountable beyond this week. And I will do that tomorrow because I really do want to respect your time. The coaching calls are amazing. They are amazing. They are. I absolutely love them. I love supporting you guys. And again, I will share with you more throughout the week how you can get my support and that guidance, and follow your soul guidance. Let me know if you've enjoyed it. Let me know, if you are new to vision boards and that's like a deep dive into a vision board, you're like, what? But this is going to be here for you for the entire year, to the end of 2020, not till the second week in December for 2025, right? So you have all year. This is not pop up, pop down. Iona is telling you, get it done in a week. I'd like for you to do it in a week, but I do have a 2-hour monthly coaching call on the first Monday of the month. And if you are engaging, then I will share with you how you can jump on that. And I will share with you how I actually gift every single one of my students who is on my live masterclass this 2-hour monthly coaching call for an entire year. So if you're intrigued, stay tuned and come and watch the day 2 for health freedom. All right, it's important for you to look after your health. Right, so that is it for me. Big love, and I will see you for day 2. Share this out if you found it of value, and again, watch it again and again. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Big love. Take care. Thank you, Robin, for everything that you've done. All the comments. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. Take care, everyone.